Hi, my name is Alex Gibbons. I'm a computer science major with an interest in cybersecurity. How often do you go out in the general public and have your phone connected to a public Wi-Fi? Whether it be in a coffee shop, at the store, at school, or even in some people's home Wi-Fis, you are not nearly as safe as you think. One little slip up with picking the wrong Wi-Fi can give a hacker all of your information. They gain access to more than what you probably think so as well, including what you are currently looking at on your screen and all the inputs going into your computer. This means that as soon as you log on to any social media, they immediately also gain access to your social media. And that might not be scary to some of you. Maybe, social media isn't that big of a deal to you. It's replaceable, not a big deal. There's scarier parts to this as well. Given enough time, they can also gain the location part of your device. And using the location, they can learn where you live and when you are and aren't home. And then they can use that information to, as soon as you leave home, they move in, steal everything you have, and leave before you ever get back home. Luckily, there's solutions to this. The first one being avoidance. One way you can avoid it, just don't use public Wi-Fi. Turn off auto connect so the phone doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi for you. Obviously, don't trust anything that seems even slightly untrustworthy. Obviously, this is, not ideal because, sometimes you just need to go on Wi-Fi for either work-related things or maybe you just want to have a little bit of fun, but you want to be safe while doing so. Luckily, there's ways to do that as well. For home Wi-Fis, Wi-Fis that you do have access to, there's the option of making a password for it. Passwords you're going to want to change relatively often so that if someone does manage to find out the password, they will be locked out of it as soon as you change the password again, and then they'll have to go through the process of finding that password as well. This also helps because you actually have to be on the Wi-Fi in order to perform any of these cyber attacks that would gain information of your device. Now, for any Wi-Fis that you want to use that you do not have ownership and cannot change the password, there's a thing called a VPN. A VPN is called a virtual private network. What this does is it takes all of your Wi-Fi activity and history and puts a heavy encryption on it so that if a hacker does manage to guess the password to your Wi-Fi or gain access to the same Wi-Fi as you, they will not be able to see anything that you do on your device. I have personally used VPNs for a lot more than just hiding my information from those trying to gain it. I actually use a VPN every weekend to watch NFL games that are normally not available in my area, because another function of a VPN is to change the area and put you in a spot that you're not actually in. So I use this to watch, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Pittsburgh is in Pennsylvania, I'm in Michigan, so I would, on TV stations, they would prefer to show me either a Green Bay Packers game or a Minnesota Vikings game or a Detroit Lions game well before they would want to show me any games that are happening in Pennsylvania. So I use my VPN to put myself out there so I can actually watch those games and enjoy them for myself. The one drawback to a VPN, however, is it is $10 a month on average. Some are a little cheaper, some are a little more. It just depends on how much benefits you get. But I do see it as completely worth it because, it's a lot safer. All of your information is now protected, as well as, other benefits such as me watching NFL games. And, there's other things, like some other region locked shows you can also now have access to. Cyber attacks can be a really damaging thing, but it's also really avoidable either by avoiding public Wi-Fi in general, protecting your password to the Wi-Fi that you are using at home or any other Wi-Fi you have full access to, or getting a VPN so that your activity is completely hidden from others. The internet can really make or break your life, but just taking a few small steps, you can really avoid the breaking part, and that can only be a good thing.